want to share a book with you that my second grade teacher read to me a long time ago when I was in second grade. How many of you have ever heard of The Jolly Postman? Have any of you ever heard of it? This is one of my favorite stories of all time, and I am so excited to share it with you. So, before we read though, I want to know, what's a postman? What does a postman do? Yasmin?
If you give him like a letter, he'll put a stamp on it.
Very good. What else does he do besides that? Is it Nathan? What else does he do?
He gives mail to people.
He gives mail to people. So what's mail then, boys and girls? What is mail? Michaela?
Something that other people want to give to you.
Yeah, something that people want to give to you. And then how does mail work? How does it work? Darius? Yeah, so you send mail to other people or you receive it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so what are some things that you guys have gotten in the mail? Have any of you guys gotten things in the mail? Lucien?
Every time past my birthday, July 4th, on July 5th, this mall, they keep on sending me a letter that says they have a gift bag for me, and every time when I get the gift bag, the same thing is inside it, but except there's different colors of bags.
Okay, very good. So you got something from the mall. Yes, Gio?
My mom ordered something for me, and my mom ordered me a fidget spinner.
Very good. How many of you have parents that are addicted to Amazon? Amazon? Mrs. Lambert is very addicted to Amazon. All right, boys and girls. So I wanted to show you some things that I get in the mail. I've gotten a catalog from IKEA. And you'll notice, boys and girls, that on the mail that you get, you have an address. What's an address? What's an address? Why do we need an address on mail? Yes, sweetie?
So you know what house it is?
Yeah, so you know where to put the mail. And then I've also gotten, you can also get bills in the mail. That's when people say, you need to pay this money. So this is from the school that I'm going to become a teacher. So this is my bill from the university. And as you can see, my name is on there.
I can't see.
That's okay.
Oh,
Or you can get an advertisement. What's an advertisement, boys and girls? What's an advertisement? Daniel?
Something that you kind of want to get or not get.
Yeah, so it's something that you can
Buy.
buy. Very good. So this one we got in the mail at home, and it's for grocery outlets. So if you want to get some kinds of groceries, this is what you can get, okay? All right. So, all right, and then I wanted to ask you, boys and girls, what does jolly mean? What does that mean? What's jolly mean? Avelina?
Happy.
Happy, very good. Are there any other words that we can use for jolly besides happy? Someone? Noah?
Cheerful.
Cheerful, very good. Who else can you think of who's jolly? When you hear the word jolly, who do you think of? I have one person come into my mind when I hear the word jolly. Roman?
Santa.
Santa? Very good. I thought of Santa too. All right, so what I want you to do, boys and girls, and I know that not everyone will be able to see, but I want you to look at the cover of this book, okay? Where do you think the postman is going to be giving mail? Where do you think he's going to be giving mail, or whom do you think he's going to be giving mail to? Yeah, buddy?
I had one from the other one where you said Jolly. Frosty.
Frosty, okay.
Frosty the Snowman.
Nathan, where do you think he's going to be giving mail?
To the spider and a cat.
To a spider and a cat? Oh, maybe you see a spider and a cat on there. Let me start reading. Let's find out, okay? So, the Jolly Postman or other people's letters. All right. And I have little notes in here because I want to ask you guys some questions, okay? All right. And then before we start reading though, boys and girls, how many of you were read fairy tales? Or you've heard of all these different kinds of fairy tales before? What are some fairy tales that you know of?
from a movie, and it's called Mother Goose,
Mother
because she makes
Goose.
up all the stories.
Very good. Anyone else? Just shout out one. Nathan? Roman?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Michaela? I'll come back to you, okay? Nathan?
Snow White.
Snow White. Darius?
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel. Evelina?
The Gingerbread Man.
The Gingerbread Man. Very good. All right, let's start reading. I think I've held you guys out long enough. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away with a letter for the 3 bears. So boys and girls, what does a letter come in? What do we call that it comes in? Yes, sweetie?
A mailbox.
Not a mailbox. So that's what they put it in, but what about the letter? We stick it in another paper. Damari?
Envelope.
An envelope, very good. So when you have an envelope, boys and girls, you need to make sure that you address it. So again, where did we say, what's an address? What's an address? Gio?
It's a number from a house.
Yeah, so you know where to take, so the postman knows where to take the letter, okay? Who do you think might be writing to the 3 bears? Let's make a prediction. Does everyone know what a prediction is?
Yeah.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, who's someone who does know? What's a prediction? Daniel? Michaela, what's a prediction?
It's like somebody predicts that what's gonna happen in the story.
So something that's going to happen next. Okay, so let's make a prediction about who is writing to the 3 bears. Who is writing to the 3 bears? Daniel?
Me?
Yeah.
My name's
I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm sorry, bud.
Goldilocks.
Let's see.
That's what I was going to say.
Look. It's a letter. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear, I am very sorry indeed that I came into your house and ate Baby Bear's porridge. Mummy says I am a bad girl. I hardly eat any porridge when she cooks it, she says. Daddy says he will mend the little chair. Love from Goldilocks. P.S. Baby Bear can come to my party if he likes. There will be 3 kinds of ice cream and a magician. So boys and girls, why was Goldilocks writing to the 3 bears? Why was he writing to the 3 bears? Yasmin?
To apologize.
To apologize. Very good. And at the last part, what else did she do? At the last part of the letter, what did she do? Nathan?
Give the 3 bears a letter.
She did, but what did it say at the very end, Michaela?
I got one for the fairy tales. Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty. Can you answer that other question though? What did she say at the very end?
That she's really sorry he can come to her party.
She sent an invitation for her birthday party. So the 3 bears read the letter, except Baby Bear. The postman drank his tea, and what happened next we'll very soon see. Why couldn't Baby Bear read the letter? Why do you think? Darius?
Because he doesn't know how to read yet.
Yeah, he might not know how to read yet. All right. Let's follow the postman on his next adventure. All right. Off went the postman, toodaloo, in his uniform of postal blue, to a gingerbread cottage and garage too.
What?
Who might live in a gingerbread house? Who might live in a gingerbread house? Yezin?
A witch.
A witch with a letter for the Wicked Witch. In what stories have you heard of where there is a wicked witch, boys and girls? What stories?
I don't know
Yes.
any. Like Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel, very good. And Rapunzel. What other?
yeah.
What other stories? What other stories? Ava? I'll get back to you for another one. Lucian?
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, very good. So, I want you to pay attention to the envelope again, boys and girls. So we saw on the other one that the address was for the 3 bears in the forest, okay? and they only had the address that they're sending it to. But on this letter, they have the address where they're sending it to. It says the occupant of Gingerbread Bungalow in the woods. And then it also has something on the top left corner. It's called the return address. What do you think the return address might be? What do you think it might be? Yezin?
They're returning something?
No, so we have the address of the person we're sending it to. Who might this person be? Daniel?
The Wicked Witch.
No. Michaela?
Wait.
So we have the person who we're sending it to on the middle of the envelope, but then who might this person be? Who might this person be? Brandon?
The what?
No, Avelina.
The ones that is giving the mail to
The
someone?
ones that are sending the mail. So on an envelope, boys and girls, we usually have two addresses, okay? We have the address of the person that we're sending it to, and then we have the person who is sending the letter, okay? And it says the Magic Trader Circle. A Magic Trader Circle. I wonder what that could be. Let's see. It says Hobgoblin Supplies Limited. What does that kind of remind you of my mail? Remember my advertisement? So in here, in my advertisement, they have all these grocery things. But in this one, they have supplies for a wicked witch. Let's read some of the things that she has. An Easy Clean Non-Stick Cauldron set. Little Boy Pie Mix. That doesn't sound very good. A Halloween boot. Looking for a new newt. Who would like a newt? It's kind of like a lizard. It's kind of like a lizard.
That's funny.
Frog powder. Just add water. So you get powder, you add water, and you get a nice slimy frog. You can get goggles for when a wicked witch needs to fly out into the night and she needs to protect her eyes. Ooh, and we also have a matching sock and bow tie set for a wizard. So this is an advertisement, boys and girls. What did we say advertisements were? What did we say advertisements were? Nathan?
Things that you can buy.
Yeah, things that you can buy. Very good. So then what are some things that you get advertisements for in your house, maybe? What are some places that you like to shop that you might get advertisements for? Yezin?
Maybe like a newspaper of like it's guns and animals.
Okay, you can get something for that. Michaela?
Justice.
Justice, all right. Oh, the clothing store? That has very cute clothes. Nathan?
Target.
Target, that is our favorite, isn't it, Mrs. Lambert?
Yeah.
All right. So, the witch read the letter with a cackle of glee, while the postman read the paper, but left his tea. It was green. What do you think might be in the tea to make it green? What do you think might be in the tea? Nathan?
A little boy powder.
Little boy powder? Maybe. That could be. She's a wicked witch, remember? Dylan?
Frog powder.
Frog powder, that could be it too. And how many of you know what a cackle is? When the witch cackled with glee. What's a cackle? Nathan?
A little laugh.
Kind of like an evil laugh. Do you remember those villains when they turn back their head and they laugh really mean? Can you guys give me your best cackle? Very good. All right, let's continue with adventures. All right, soon the jolly postman, we hear tell, stopped at a door with a giant bell and a giant bottle of milk as well, with a postcard for, guess who? A giant bottle of milk and a giant door. Who might live there, boys and girls? Gio?
A giant.
A giant. This is the home of Mr. B. Big, Mile High House, Beanstalk Gardens. Beanstalk Gardens. Who do you think might be writing to the giant? Roman?
That's in a beanstalk.
Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk. Very good. All right, boys and girls. So, he sent a postcard to the giant, a postcard. All right, let's read the postcard first. Dear Giant Big, having a nice time. Me, my mom, and your hen that lays the golden eggs. It's better than traveler's checks. I saw a bloke as he was flying down. He was bigger than you. I've took note of his address. Take care of yourself and your talking harp. I'll be back for that one of these days, I'm sure. Bye for now, your very little pal, Jack. So boys and girls, a postcard is something that you can send when you're on vacation somewhere. So Jack is on vacation. It looks like someplace tropical. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, maybe Hawaii or the Caribbean. Very good.
Or the fair.
Or the fair. Very good. So a postcard. So remember, boys and girls, what do we put a letter in usually? What do we put? Everyone?
Envelope.
An envelope. So a postcard, boys and girls, is something that you don't need an envelope for. You can put the address right on the letter and the postage stamp, because that was one other thing that I forgot to mention, but you can put the address and the postage stamp right on the paper, and you can just stick it in the mail and the postman will deliver it for you. All right, so let's continue. I skipped a page. So the giant read the postcard with baby on his knee, and the postman wet his whistle with a thimble full of tea. See how much smaller he is than the giant and the giant's baby?
He's like as big as his glasses. That's the biggest baby ever.
Once more on his bicycle, the postman rode to a beautiful palace, so we've been told, where nightingales sang and a sign said, sold, with a letter for Cinderella. There's a surprise. So boys and girls, I want you to look at this envelope again. We have the person who they're sending it to, and one other thing that a letter always has in the envelope, a stamp. So you have to purchase a stamp, you have to pay for a stamp in order to get it sent in the mail. But what's missing? What's missing on the envelope that we talked about before? What's missing on the envelope? Nathan? The return address. Very good, you remembered. And remember, the return address is who is sending the letter. Very good. All right, let's see who wrote to Cinderella. Dear Princess, we at the Piper Press hope soon to publish a little book for younger readers in celebration of your recent marriage to H.R.H. Prince Charming. A copy of this book is enclosed for your approval. We trust this somewhat shortened version of Your Highness's most marvelous tale will not displease you. We also trust that you will be comfortable in your new home and live happily ever after. Your humble servant and loyal subject to be, Peter Piper. So Peter Piper Press is a publishing company. What does that mean to publish? Does anyone know what that means to publish? Gio? What does that mean?
I forgot.
That's okay. Does anyone know what that means to publish? Yasmin?
Publish?
Lucienne?
It means to take your book so they can publish it and they can put it in the library.
Yeah, so when they publish it, boys and girls, they make it into a book and they can put it into a library, or they can put it into a bookstore and you guys can buy it. So here is the story of Cinderella that they sent her. We don't have time to read it all, but this is what the publisher sent to her. They sent a shortened version of her story, and they want to see if she likes it. Yes, Michaela?
Can we finish this book next time?
Yes, we'll see. All right. So Cinders read her little book, the postman drank champagne, then wobbled off on his rounds again, and again, and again. Oops. All right. So I want you to take a look at the picture at the top, and I'll try and get everyone to see it. Who do you think he's going to next?
The big bad
Oh, I need to see raised hands. I need to see raised hands. Avelina.
The big bad wolf.
The big bad wolf. Later on, the postman, feeling hot, came upon a grandma in a shady spot. But Grandma, what big teeth you've got. Besides, this is a letter for, oh, let's see. Dear Mr. Wolf, we are writing to you on behalf of our client, Miss Red Riding Hood, concerning her grandma. Miss Hood tells us that you are presently occupying her grandma's cottage and wearing her grandma's clothes without this lady's permission. Understand that if this harassment does not cease, we will call in the official woodcutter and, if necessary, all the king's horses and all the king's men. On a separate matter, we must inform you that the Three Little Pigs Limited are now firmly resolved to sue for damages. Your offer of shares in a turnip or apple picking business is declined, and all this huffing and puffing will get you nowhere. Yours sincerely, Harold Meany. From Meany, Miney, Moe and Company, Attorneys at Law. What is an attorney? Does anyone know what an attorney is? How many of you have ever heard of the word lawyer? Lawyer. What is a lawyer, Daniel?
A thing that's trying to get something like a kickback.
So no, that's more like a police officer, but so lawyer, Darius? Yeah, so they're in a court of law. They help settle things that maybe someone does that was against the law. So what did the big bad wolf do? So in the stories and the fairy tales that you've heard of, what has the big bad wolf ever done? What has he done? Nathan?
Break the law and blow down people's houses.
Whose houses did he blow down? The Three Little Pigs. And what was the other bad thing that he did that the lawyers are talking about? What other bad thing did he do? Yezen?
He scared the pigs.
So not just the pigs. Who was the other character that he did bad things to? Avelina?
He pretended like the Little Red Riding Hood's grandma.
Yeah, he did. And he did it without permission. So he is in big trouble with the law. And the lawyers are telling him that. All right. So Grandma read the letter and poured the tea, which the not-so-jolly postman drank nervously. What does nervously mean, boys and girls? What does nervous mean? Damari?
Kind of shaking.
Yeah, you're kind of shaking. What feeling do you have if you're nervous? Darius?
You're kind of scared.
You're scared. Why would the postman be nervous? Why would the postman be nervous there? Nathan?
Because he's drinking tea inside the big bad wolf's house.
Yeah, I would be afraid. Would the wolf eat you?
Yeah.
I might be scared of that. All right. Now the jolly postman, nearly done, so is the story, came to a house where a party had begun. On the step was a bear with a bun, but the letter was for, who do we think the letter's for? Who do you think the letter's for? Yezen?
Baby bear.
Who's having a birthday party? Who do we know that's having a birthday party from the beginning?
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks! But the letter was for Goldilocks. Very good. All right. What do you think might be for Goldilocks? What do you think might be coming for Goldilocks? Nathan?
A happy birthday card.
Let's see. 8 today, birthday wishes. Patty cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Carry it on a beautiful plate and light up the candles. Today I am 8. To Goldilocks with love from Mrs. Bunting and Baby. And look what she got. She got fairy tale money. £1 or $1. Yes, Roman?
£1. I'm gonna be 8.
You're gonna be 8 too? When's
Me
your
too.
birthday?
In a month.
In a month. Very good.
2.
My birthday's in a month too, but I'm not going to tell you how old I am.
20-something?
So Goldilocks put the money in the pocket of her dress, asked the postman to her party, and of course, he answered yes. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away, and went home in the evening for tea. The end.
He drank like a bunch of tea.
Oh, I only answer people who have their hand up. Yes, ma'am.
Every time he went to a house, he drank some tea.
He did.
But except for the witch's house.
I know. Why didn't he drink tea at the witch's house, Evelina?
Because he thought it was disgusting.
Yeah, what color was it, everyone?
Green!
Green!
Or green tea.
Very good.